Jeez, it's been a while since my last video. What's going on, guys? This is TVW slash the Vault Within here. Haven't said that in such a long time. I guess why I wanted to make this video right now is because I wanted to do a little some real talk with you guys, just to kind of catch up with how things are going on your guys' end on things. Last year was probably a really hard year for most of us people living just with the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you want to call it. But I wanted to make this video because, I was just kind of looking at my YouTube videos, my YouTube channel a little bit. I've been really busy with other stuff I'll tell you guys later on this video, but I've been looking at my YouTube channel and I was like, man, we created something. Like, we were having fun what we're doing. We weren't really diving in or like following YouTube's rules at all as far as like what you need to do to keep consistency in your content and all that. We were all about doing what we loved, and especially for me as a creator, I was never into doing stuff that gets views, doing stuff that gets likes, popularity. I just did what I wanted to do, and that's kind of the dream, is working for yourself and being your own boss and just kind of not being forced by any like publisher or boss you have at work, following what they do to be successful. There's just a lot of that I'm finding with most people. But as far as the YouTube game, I've wanted to make this video to kind of give you guys an announcement on what's kind of going on with me, where this channel is kind of going, and where I want to take it. And I kind of wanted to announce that I kind of wanted to start all over with my YouTube stuff. This was always a hobby for me. It was never something I wanted to make as a career. I've said that in the beginning, since, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago when I was making content for this channel. And I just kind of think for now, or at least where I want things to go, is to make a whole new channel. Just start brand new. And the only reason I was against that a while ago is because I built this channel like from the ground up, and it took a while to get 1,000 subscribers. We probably kind of could have gotten more if we just stayed with just a specific content like Elder Scrolls, and a lot of people like the Elder Scrolls videos and whatnot. And I think when I drifted away, or I did like other games, people were kind of not sticking around because they were just kind of like not sure where this channel was kind of going. So I think for my other channel, I kind of want to keep it to one, not like one game per se, but kind of keep it to a specific genre. That's what I tried to do with this channel, because in the very beginning when I started my YouTube career, or I guess YouTube journey if you want to call that, I've always stuck with fantasy RPG style MMO games. And then when I started to incorporate Gears of War, Halo, Call of Duty, like in the past, people were just like, what is this guy all about? Oh, even fighting games, Soul Calibur stuff. People were confused, and they were just like, they weren't so sure what they were signing up for. So I think I just kind of want to keep it to, specifically Gears of War. I love Gears of War. I just find that game really relaxing, believe it or not, even though it's a very competitive game. I've been also playing a lot of Dead by Daylight too, which is not as competitive as Gears of War. I wouldn't even think it's competitive, to be honest. It's just a game you kind of play to chill, get kills, survive, maybe be toxic if that's your kind of thing. But yeah, I just want to focus my new channel on Gears of War stuff. I figured I don't want to be that traditional commentator or like commentator who just does like Gears of War tips, Gears of War news. I don't know. I just kind of want to make it more personal, to be honest, kind of like a blog kind of thing with my life, but still just put Gears of War videos on top of it. Because honestly, with what I was going through, or how life's been kind of going for myself a couple years ago, or just as years I've been going by, I've been relaying more to just authenticity for most people. When I follow a specific YouTuber, like I follow a lot of great entrepreneurs, software developers, sound designers, game developers on top of that, who just make content for what they're good at, and they just talk about life. and like what they're up to, what they're making. I think that type of content is the type of content I'm really into right now, and maybe that's why I've kind of shifted away from this channel, because just kind of focusing on Elder Scrolls as a whole. I love the franchise. I will always enjoy Elder Scrolls, and maybe in the future when they later on eventually announce Elder Scrolls 6, as I'm still waiting for that, I'll probably stream it sometime. I'll be moving pretty soon, literally like in the next week or so, and I can finally have a setup now where I can finally have time and have a setup where I can actually record, stream, if that's something I want to do. Was never really into the streaming thing because, one, I would have to show my face. I mean, some people say you don't have to show your face when you're streaming, but for more of that engagement, I think people want face cams for streams, Twitch streams anyways. So I would need to invest in video camera, webcam for that. But as far as the audio stuff, I'm already good on that. It's just the video stuff I would have to put down top of the overlay of my videos. Anyways, like, I just want to start fresh, start brand new. I've been going through a lot of work right now. I've kind of started my journey as a freelance sound designer / composer for video games. That's kind of what I've been up to this past year. I haven't really started it last year because last year I had another job when I was doing audio engineer work for a company in Huntington Beach over here in California. And then when COVID occurred, they decided to furlough us just because our job is really focused on clients and public environment events. So we're actually still currently furloughed. So it's kind of funny. I'm still currently furloughed at that job. But technically speaking, I've been a contractor since early this year. I've been getting some cool gigs. Unfortunately, I had to sign NDA, so I can't really give too much information on some of the projects that are going to be released soon at the holidays, because it's more specifically for indie development games that are coming up. I can talk a lot about that more on my other channel when I start to kickstart that. But yeah, guys, for a year, like, I've looked at all my old videos I've made and saw that there was a 1-year gap from my last video. And I know that last video was talking about what type of content do you guys want to see, but I've been doing a lot of thinking, and as I was, sorry, kind of burped. You know me for not being professional on these type of things. I don't like to edit stuff out just because that's just kind of how I roll. But I was just, I was thinking, and it's kind of finally to make a brand new transition moving forward from this channel. I'm not going to delete the channel. I just think when you delete old content, you delete stuff that's from your past, like creatively wise, like, it kind of hurts, it kind of stings. And I just like referring to this channel because, not gonna lie, when I refer to this channel from the very beginning and all the stuff I made, that's kind of why I became a freelance sound designer and composer, because I was like, realistically, I would probably get my first biggest paycheck from being a freelancer than from YouTube. And obviously I'm not doing this stuff for money. It's never been about that. It's just, I needed to make an income because life is kind of a thing and we kind of need money to live, especially here in California because it's so darn expensive. But don't want to get into that rant on this video. But man, like, yeah, I was like, I've put so much time onto this channel, and imagine putting that time into my freelance business. And like, granted, I'm not saying it's gonna be easier. I'm just gonna say, like, I have experience doing that stuff, creating something for free without being paid for it and loving it. And that's kind of why a lot of game developer studios, if that's like a job you're wanting to do, they really look for passion. If you don't have passion, then it's not really going to work out for you. You have to be passionate. You have to be at least somewhat interested in the type of work you're creating. And if you don't have that passion and you're just doing it for the money, I've said this a long time ago, but doing things for money may be great for a while, but eventually you'll find yourself, man, I really hate my job and it pays really well, but I hate my job. So it's more so what's important to you. I will let you guys know what the new channel is all about. I will announce it in another follow-up video on this channel, but once that video is released, this channel will finally reach its end game. Again, gonna keep it in the archives, not gonna delete it, because if people still want to go back, even though my channel's pretty outdated for the most part, it's not really, my content's not really that type of content where you can kind of rewatch it and have its same charm. Maybe it does, at least with the Let's Plays, if that's what you're into. But yeah, guys, this is the Vote Within here. I will talk to you guys in the next video, and hope you guys don't go crazy.